Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to a CRN broadcast here tonight with the Mid-Atlantic Racing Series here at North Wilkesboro. 2 races left in the season, this one, and then you have Charlotte next week. Definitely going to be a fun one to watch, but right now we're going to go through the starting grid for North Wilkesboro for 150 laps, but it's going to be Daniel Honeycutt and then Austin Smith on the front row. Chantel Pottle and Jarrett Larder in row number 2. Row number 3 is going to be Wayne Garland and Alex Campbell. Row number 4 is going to be Michael Smith and Joshua Neal. Row number 5 is going to be Corey Crowell and Brandon Puffenbarger. 10 cars out here going to see what they can do and bring home yet a checkered flag, if they can. You have some drivers getting ready for the championship race, and other drivers just trying to get to the championship race. So I'm going to take a look at the standings here momentarily. So as of right now, after all right, and we're back. Want to apologize about that. Everybody had the lights flicker a little bit and shut everything off in the house, but we're back. Hopefully it's working on your end as we are under caution, I believe, for the first time tonight. So far, it is going to be Daniel Honeycutt out in the lead, Austin Smith in P number 2, Jared Larder in 3rd, Alex Campbell in 4th, Corey Crowell in 5th, Joshua Neal in 6th, Michael Smith in 7th, Wayne Garland in 8th, Chantel Powell in 9th, and Brandon Puffenbarger rounding out your top 10. Everybody's going to try to get all the way up and through the gears, try to get themselves in a position to try and win and get their way or get themselves in a good position to capitalize on that championship race weekend next week. As of right now, pacing around this little intermediate track. And we'll see what or who can grab the win here tonight. I mean, it's 150 laps, especially with North Wilkesboro. It's a little bit of a different track, banking all the way around the track. Get on the brakes a little bit too late, you're gonna send the rear end around. If you get on too early, then obviously everybody's gonna be able to pass you because they're getting down the corner a little bit more deeper than you are. As they are choosing this time. So it could be outside. And that put Austin Smith on the inside. So here we go. Green flag's going to be right back on out. Is Austin Smith going to get a little bit of a wheel spin there coming through the gears? Alright, he's going to be side by side with Jared Lerner up for P at number 2. Smith finally being able to get clear, but here comes Corey Crowell now looking to make it 3 wide with Alex Campbell and Jared Lerner. Well, he may have thought about it, but didn't do it. He's going to fall right in line behind the number 9 and the number 2. Everybody pretty much spread out now, not giving a lot of battles into the race. So far right here between the 2 and the 20. 2 stuck on the outside, 20 down on the inside. The 20 is going to be able to take over that position, slide on up. No, he's not going to be able to get on around the number 2. He finally makes the pass. Oh, Corey can go around and see if he can't just get around the number 9 as he's going to get loose out of turn number 4. That's going to allow the number 2 to get that spot right back. And all that work that Corey Crowell just did, he's got to redo. So we have a caution off the track. Wayne Garland having some issues out here. Maybe we'll go back to a CRA in yellow. See what happens to the number 84 machine. Comes up in front of Chantel Pottle. Nicely done. Getting down into turns number 3 and 4. This is where he's going to go down into the corner. Maybe broke a little bit too late, later than what he needed to. And the rear end's just going to step on out. Chantel Pottle obviously following him into the corner. Nowhere to go. She's going to help him do a full-blown 360. He doesn't hit anything else, luckily. And he's going to bring that car probably down into pit lane to get some fresher tires and some more gas in that number 84 machine. To Green Flag Racing that we do go here. I apologize, had the microphone muted. But so far, it's still going to be Daniel Honeycutt up here in the race lead. Austin Smith following closely behind, trying not to let him go. So far, 34 laps out of 150 are complete. I think what better way than right now? Give us a little bit of what you love to hear, turning the music or turning the volumes down on these race trucks, or turning the volumes down on my headset, and turning the volume up on the trucks. We're going to go ahead and do that really quick. Give you guys a little bit of sights and sounds of North Wilkesboro here tonight, and we'll be right back. And we are back. Hopefully everybody enjoyed that little bit of a You Love to Hear It. As I believe caution just flew. So that way they can get everybody rounded back up and get them back to racing in a closer, better fashion. So far, lap number 55 out of 150. Seeing a couple cautions, but nothing too severe. A couple self spins. Nothing too bad. Still doing a little bit of pacing, but going to get these drivers back to double file and see what type of racing we can get from this point going forward. So far it's been nothing but Daniel Honeycutt with the race lead. Has not let go of it since he got it in qualifying. But now he has to follow that charge from Austin Smith. Because Austin Smith is going to try to use the outside to his advantage. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to get it done this time. He's going to be able to follow right back down in line with Daniel Honeycutt. Daniel Honeycutt still with the race lead. Jared Lauder going to lose 2 positions on the field. Is Corey Crowell going to take over P at number 3. And now he is going to try and get himself up to the 2nd position and take it away from Austin Smith. So far so good, pretty much single file all the way in and through the field. Everybody doing what they need to do to make it happen. The number 5, a little bit of a spin there by the number 9 of Alex Campbell. He's going to bring out the next caution flag of the race. As we're going to go ahead and get that replay on up for everybody and to see what happened to the number 9. Not sure if it was a little bit of a self spin or maybe if he had a little bit of help. Let's see what happens here. Oh, it's off the corner just a little bit loose. He got lucky though. That wall almost got to the wall, then a self spin into turns number 3 and 4. Ends up locking it down. Everybody able to get on around him. Nice and clean. He's going to go ahead and spin it back on around and get that truck back going. Definitely not something that you want to have happen. You want to get some good, clean, fresh laps on those tires, and see if you just can't get yourself up to the front. Yes, this will be the older surface. The iRacing came out with this a couple seasons ago, and they have not done their repave. With North Wilkesboro, especially on how you're supposed to drive it, especially in the truck, definitely want to stay out of the grass. You don't want to get too much of the grass. You can get too much of the grass, it's going to send you on around. And the other time, it's kind of like you want to apex turns number 1 and 2, precisely go up high, let it drift down low on the corner exit. Get a little bit too high, you're going to be up there in no man's land, not going to have a good time up there. Josh Neal going to be starting it down on the inside in P number 2. Daniel Honeycutt leading them off to the races. Here comes Austin Smith on that outside. He's going to go from 4th all the way up back up to 2nd. On just that restart, everybody else in the back is going to be side by side from Garland on the back. There it is. Oh, Alex got into the number 05 of Chantel Bottle. Don't see that ending well as it did, as she was able to keep it straight and got all the way in and through. We go up here to Chantel. As now she is under battle from Michael Smith in the number 45. So we're going to string together another couple good finishes like she's had in the past. But nonetheless, still a good thing to have. Wayne Garland getting a little bit loose on a corner exit. Corey Crowell running in P number 5, up 5 positions. Joshua Neal, Corey Crowell, and Brandon Puffenbarger. All 3 of those drivers up 5 positions from where they started. And they are going to see if they have anything for Austin Smith and Daniel Honeycutt. So far, though, I mean, Daniel Honeycutt doesn't have the fastest time. Yes, has the fastest time with an 18. Everybody else is in the 19s. That tells you something. Daniel Honeycutt really liking this track. Starting to pull our way once again. Right on the gearbox of the number 72 machine. And he shows us the back side of that number 72 machine. She's got a big mirror full of that number 23, but it's not getting any bigger. If anything, it's getting a little bit smaller with each and every passing lap that goes on by. Before the power ended up flickering off, I was going down the points standings of the trucks. It's going to be Daniel Honeycutt with a 2-point lead over Austin Smith. So Daniel Honeycutt with 1,079 points, Austin Smith with 1,077 points, Brandon Puffenbarger in 3rd with 1,067, and then Chris Snyder in 4th with 1,064. Now here's where it could all change up here. Is Chris Snyder is not in the field here tonight, so he could potentially lose even more spots than what he is right now. That's going to be something to keep an eye on there. Is Michael Smith having a little bit of luck here in the number 45, going into surge number 3 and 4. There it is. The rear end comes on around, kicks it on out. Oh, overcorrects to the outside wall. Doesn't look like any damage on that number 45. He's going to be able to get that car turned around facing the correct way. Oh yeah, he's got a little bit of damage on that quarter panel, but nothing too bad. So for the first time this race, Daniel Honeycutt does not have the lead. Austin Smith now has the lead. Last pit stop that Austin did, lap number 54. The last person on 54 old lap tires, or pit on lap number 54, is Michael Smith. Daniel, Corey, and Wayne all pit on lap number 76 to get those fresh tires. This could get a little bit interesting. I mean, tires don't really make that much of a difference, but you're definitely going to be able to tell who's got the freshest tires over who doesn't. And depending on how hard they race each other and go on like that is going to be depending on how well they'll have their tires saved for the rest of the race. Top two take the inside. That's going to put Brandon Puffenbarger up to P number 2. As a green flag is going to come out this time by pace truck. You're going to see him go by. Pace truck going to pull it down into the pit lane. A green flag is out. There we go into turns number 1 and 2. 3 wide for second place. Brandon Puffenbarger able to get clear of the number 2 and the number 82 that were trying to make it 3 wide. The 2 is going to get right up on the back bumper. All right, man. Here we go. Let's go. He's running lap number 82 out of 150. We're going to contact back here with the number 8 into the number 76. The 76 is going to be able to keep it clear. Daniel Honeycutt on the move as of right now. Already backed up to P at number 5. He's going to pass the guy who started in second place on the... Oh, Daniel Honeycutt with a little bit of looseness down on that inside. Biting a little bit more than he could chew, trying to get that pass made. He's going to go back up to the outside and get those tires pulled back down. Get the wall just a little bit. He's as close as you can be to that barrier, the curb. Josh Neal going to lose another position to Corey Crowell. And Daniel Honeycutt back on his move all the way up to P number 3. We're trying to get P number 3. Should be able to get clear of him this time. When they come off of turn number 4. Honeycutt, look at that, already caught back up to Austin Smith. And this is going to be the battle for the race lead. As it's starting to heat back up on lap number 91. Austin Smith with a little bit of looseness coming out of turn number 4. Austin Smith all the way. Austin Smith down to the inside. Daniel Honeycutt to the outside. Still going to be chasing him to get that spot. Daniel Honeycutt not able to get there just yet. He's going to go down to the inside. Austin Smith going to give him the room. Daniel Honeycutt trying to get the race lead back. He's not able to get clear of Austin Smith. Finally able to get clear, and now move Daniel Honeycutt back up to the race lead. He's now lap number 95 out of 150. Daniel Honeycutt now looking to jump out further ahead. Already a big gap for Daniel Honeycutt. Not looking back at all. We're putting some distance between him and Austin Smith as yellow flag will come out for Austin Smith. Taking a look at it there. Getting into turns number 3 and 4. He's going to spin it on out. Doesn't hit anything, gets the car back up and going. And going to bring us under our yellow flag condition. Daniel Honeycutt acting like he was going to go down in the pit lane, but didn't. Austin Smith electing to go down, obviously, with him looping himself on around. He's going to want to get down in the pit lane. And he just can't get that machine repaired with new tires. Was going to be Daniel Honeycutt with the race lead. With choosing going to be happening next time by. filed once again. Honeycutt taking the inside. Corey Crowell up to the outside. Green flag is out for Daniel Honeycutt. Corey Crowell. As we're back under yellow flag conditions. For a self-spin from Wayne Garland. We'll go ahead and get that and see what happened to the number 84 machine. Too tight, drifted up in front of the two. The two had nowhere to go and ended up getting into the rear end of the number 84. As we are 106 laps in out of 150. Definitely going to be fun, though. Daniel Honeycutt going to take that outside. Oh, he's going to go all the way back down to the inside. Oh, a little bit of a master plan in there. We're going to put the number 20 machine up to the outside. Austin Smith now works his way up to P number 5. And now it's going to be between these two. See who can get the better run in the better race. Green flag back out in the air. Daniel Honeycutt able to get clear of Corey Crowell, but not for very long as he stayed on that right rear. Just wasn't able to make anything of it. High side can come in. A lot of drivers prefer that outside, other drivers prefer the inside. Daniel, one of the drivers that prefers the inside lane. 40 laps to go as Josh Neal towards the back, going to get a little bit loose. He's going to take it through the grass. We're going to stay green. Austin Smith still into P number 5. Trying to make himself up here. Austin Smith still trying to do what he can to get himself back on up there. As Daniel Honeycutt was not able to get away this time like he was every other time, as Corey Crowell slides up the racetrack, going to allow Chantel Pottle to get up there, as she's looking at a top 3 position as of right now, but she's got Austin Smith all over her rear end. Austin Smith, I think, just going to use the toe from Chantel Pottle, get his way all the way up to the top 3, the top 2, and then obviously he wants to battle for that race win. He wants the points lead back. There's been nothing but Chris Snyder and Austin Smith who've been winning all of these races. Starting to pull away from our second place runner. And here we go, Austin Smith down to the inside. Looking to make the pass, can't do it. 29 laps, 32 laps to go. Austin Smith going to drift way line. Go allow Chantel Pottle to get back underneath. Down into the corner, a little bit of a net cone touch. Able to keep it clear. Austin Smith with the fresher tires over Daniel Honeycutt and Braden Puffenbarger. Trying to get there. Coming up on 25 laps to go. Race in league sponsored by Snyder Graphics. So if you guys haven't already and you guys want good quality paint schemes on your truck or anything like that, make sure you guys find Snyder Graphics on Facebook and anywhere that you can, that they are on social media platforms, and get with the page and get yours scheduled today. Great paint schemes for a lower price. That's Snyder Graphics. Austin Smith getting up into the outside wall just a little bit, but it's actually going to help him as he's going to go all the way down to the inside looking for a pass on. The number 5 wasn't going to be there. He's going to try and catch back up and get himself a pass on him once again. So Smith looking at down there. Austin Smith making the pass for P number 2. His caution flag is going to come out. Maybe it was Alex Campbell. We'll go ahead and look and see here. Look at the number 9. That just gets loose down into the grass. I can see why the caution ended up coming out. He had to back up. I mean, you're perpendicular with the wall. Obviously, you're going to have to back up onto the racetrack. And, but that's going to allow everybody to go into pit lane. And Austin Smith has passed Daniel Honeycutt on pit road. So we're going to see here, see how long it took. Right sides. Oh, that's why. Austin Smith got on out of there. This is going to get fun. So Wayne Garland up on the outside, Austin Smith taking the inside. Wayne Garland off to the races. Here we go. 18 laps to go from North Wilkesboro. Wayne Garland going to be able to get clear of Austin Smith in 3 wide. No, going to back out of that situation. Thought they were going to make it 3 wide. They are going to make it 3 wide. 3 wide for P number 2. Not going to end well. Corey Crowell getting a little bit loose. But that's going to help out the number 23 as he's going to set pace and try and pull away from the fifth. They're still 3 wide towards the back. Chantel Powell being tossed 3 wide now. Everybody knows it's getting nitty-gritty. They got to make up the positions when they can. Corey Crowell onto the outside wall. Look at Alex Campbell here. Daniel Honeycutt right in front of him. Trying to find a way around to the number 5 of Brandon Puffenbarger to take over P number 2. Not able to get there. He's going to be up to the outside wall. Here he comes. Is 2 tires better than 4? Jarrett, or not Jarrett. Yellow flag once again. Oh, that changes everything. Go ahead and slow this on down. So he had that happen there. Alex Campbell went off to the right. Oh, Alex Campbell had a whole yard sale. We didn't even get to see it. We were watching for. Oh, yard sale down to the inside. Oh, wow. Put it out. He's going to have to end up jumping it to pit road. As you've seen, all the black smoke coming out of that truck. That motor is spent. This is where it's going to get fun and it's going to get interesting. Restart there. As now Daniel Honeycutt under heavy pressure from the number 5. He's going to get door tapped. 5 getting a little bit loose on that outside. Still going to be side by side for the number 72 and the 5 are in the outside wall. The 2's going to get spun on around. A caution flag once again here in North Wilkesboro. Man, oh man, this was a whole thing. Whoop. Go ahead and watch this one more time. We'll go ahead and slow it on down. You're going to see. Does the 5 get a little bit of a tap? So the little bit of a tap for the number 2 ends up sending him to the outside wall. And then he comes back down. Chantel Pottle coming out of the corner, going up and up and up and up and up and up, straightens out and tags the 2. 2's going to go down hard on the inside wall. Nose first. That's, man. This changes everything with this race. good. Restart Daniel Honeycutt. Going to restart P number 3. Going to look to the outside. Get on around the number 82. Move himself back up to P number 2. 3 laps to go. Laps to go from Wilkesboro. Austin Smith has been sitting in the back bumper of the number 72 all night long. Now it's the opposite way around. The 72's looking at the 23's back bumper for the last final time. One more time around. Into turns number 1 and 2. Daniel Honeycutt closing the gap ever so slightly. He's going to have to do something drastic here. He's got to really dive it in. It doesn't want to get loose. He gets right up on the back bumper. But it's not going to be enough as Austin Smith going to come around and take the win away from a dominating performance from the number 72. And you see his frustration. So, man, that was one that I just let slip away. Is Daniel Honeycutt puts it to the outside wall. Says, you know what, I'm pretty much done here. I did what I had to do. Dominate the race. Just couldn't come around with the race win. Midwest Motorsports coming around to congratulate Austin Smith. Great job, well done. We'll go ahead and let Austin do his donuts here. While he does that, we'll go ahead and grab our third place finisher. And that's going to be Mr. Josh Neal. Josh, this is Dylan in the CRN broadcast booth. You got a copy. Alright, give me 1 second. Hold on. It's going through my TV. It's not going through my headset. Alright. Now let's try it. Do you have a copy? Alright, there we go. Now it's going through my headset. I can actually hear you this time. Josh, what an amazing race here tonight. Obviously, it's not what you wanted. Obviously, everybody wants to get a win. Here late in the season, you've capitalized on a race win earlier in the season. Now it's just kind of being more about being patient and mistake free, and you pretty much did that. You had that incident later in the race where you got a little bit loose into the corner, put it through the grass, but not bad of a rebound after that. You know, third place finish, especially from an iconic racetrack like North Wilkesboro, right? You know, I mean, North Wilkesboro is no slouch. It's not the easiest track to drive. Everybody would think, oh, you know what, it's North Wilkesboro, it doesn't look that hard. Yeah, well, I mean, North Wilkesboro's got its little places where it can be kind of tricky, and you were able to navigate that all the way in and through. Now, it's championship weekend next week. I mean, you got Charlotte next week. Are we going to be able to see that number 82 capitalize on the second win of the season? Alright, Josh, before we let you go out of here and celebrate that third place finish here tonight, if there's anybody on that number 82 machine you'd like to give a shout out to, the floor is yours. Alright, Josh, we're going to go ahead and let you get on out of here. celebrate that third place finish here tonight. And hopefully we'll be able to see and talk to you again next week. All right, that's going to be our third place finisher of Joshua Neal. We're going to go ahead and move up to our second place finisher. And that's going to be the number 72 of Daniel Honeycutt. Daniel, this is Dylan in the CRN broadcast booth. We got a copy. I mean, I'm all right. Question is, how are you? Okay, see? Everything's all good in the world, but man, dominating performance led to caution after caution after caution, and you just couldn't catch a break with the cautions. Obviously, them being so close to each other, you weren't able to get the long run speed that your number 72 had for the whole race, and I think that just kind of was icing on the cake for you to hear tonight. Yeah, you know, I mean, that does play a big part in everything that does happen over here. You know, obviously, hotter track temps going to make somebody drive a little bit more differently. Obviously, hotter track temps, slicker track, you got to really baby the throttle. Cooler temperatures, you can pretty much just put the power down and just rip it all the way around. And just like you said, the competition got a little bit more stiff as it was going through the field, but man, I felt so bad. I thought for sure the 72 was going to have the race win. Obviously, you come in here tonight 2 points ahead of Austin Smith for the point standings. You qualified on the pole. You led the majority of the laps. I'm thinking the what is it called? The bonus points are going to be looking out in your favor. You are still the race. You and Austin Smith are officially tied going into the championship race. Yeah, that one we're going to have to get with Austin and see exactly who are going to be the ones that we're going to be all watching out for, the Final Four, obviously, and then go from there. But, man, Daniel, before I let you go out of here, is there anybody on that number 72 machine you'd like to give a shout-out to? The floor is yours. All right, Daniel, we're going to go ahead and let you go out here, celebrate that second place finish, and we'll be talking to you again here shortly. Going to go ahead and grab our race winner. That's going to be the number 23 of Austin Smith. Austin, this is Dylan in the CRN broadcast booth. We got a copy. You know, I'm doing pretty good. Had a little bit of a power outage right when the race started, so got back in here and got the race going back again. But, man, what a race. You're pretty much following Daniel Honeycutt the whole race. I don't know if you could have done anything better than what you were doing, trying to catch him, to pass him. But the 72 was just super quick. But those cautions played in your favor, and you were able to capitalize with the race win out here tonight. Yeah, you were talking about the different strategy. Not gonna lie, I was watching the replay because I actually went back and watched the replay to see how you got out ahead of them. I see your strategy. I was like, I'm not saying it over broadcast because I already know people might be watching, and I ain't fully. I'm not. Nope, not doing it. I'm not getting in trouble for telling somebody else's their uh their racecraft. So ended up working out in your favor, though. I mean, obviously, with the more caution flags that you had, the more anticipation that was bringing up through the field. Puffenbarger and Pottle and Corey Crowell, along with Wayne Garland staying out there while everybody else pit. That kind of helped you get on away and had the number 72 battling with other drivers. Yeah, I mean, it was a great time up here in the broadcast booth. Now, let's talk about this point situation here. Right now, we got yourself and Daniel tied with 1,115 points apiece. Brandon Puffenbarger in third with 1095. Chantel Pottle with 1093. So I believe those four, if I'm not mistaken, those four will be battling for the championship next week. Yeah, the points are really close. Yeah, it's definitely going to be something fun here to watch. That's going to be happening next week here on CRN. But Austin, before I let you come out here, celebrate that race win here tonight. Is there anybody on that number 23 machine you'd like to give a shout out to? The floor is yours. All right, buddy. We're going to go ahead and let you get on out here, celebrate that race win, and hopefully we'll be talking to you again next week. All right, that's going to be our race winner of Austin Smith. I moved the wrong person. There we go. That's going to be him, and we're going to go ahead and get ready for this to come on it down as getting ready for the next race in the Demon Truck Series. But that's going to do it for myself up here in the broadcast booth for the Mid-Atlantic Racing Series. My name is Dylan. Make sure you guys take care. Brush your hair.